And
I mean, you can check as always, but pretty sure we're good.
here we are set. Ladies and gentlemen,
You
welcome to the
realizing
Raw
it
side
now?
of the trenches.
Alright, my fault. Keep going. I apologize
Ladies
for
and
my
gentlemen, welcome
outburst.
to the Raw side of the trenches. Welcome to the Raw
that,
side of the trenches.
that sounded scared the
I'm your
fuck out of
boy
me
with
for
the
2
most.
seconds.
Noise.
No, brother, you got it. Keep going.
And here we got my twin, my boy, that guy E, who I know I scare on a regular basis, but you know it's out of love and respect.
I mean, I don't know if I can say on a regular basis, but at that moment you scared me. The moment I heard the sound, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna let him keep going. I'm gonna let him do what he gotta do.
It's
But
about to be. Let me stop. Nah, nah. Let me stop. How you feeling, man?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm all
That's what's
right.
up.
Um,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
watched this entire episode of Raw. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just here to talk about it with you as always. I'm doing good. How about you?
Sir, I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Um, I'm chilling. I'm chilling
Okay.
like a non-processed villain. I'm
Word,
doing
word,
good.
word,
I'm
word,
doing
word,
good.
word, word, word. Hope my internet don't cut
Mm-hmm.
off like it did last week.
Yep.
Cause my internet's been having some
I
kind of
mean,
issues lately.
yeah, the air, I think it's just the area you're. Well, I'm not gonna say the area you're in, but
I mean, the weather could do some
who
with.
knows? Yeah,
The weather could be a problem too. It's been raining a lot lately, so I don't know. Maybe it's that, but hopefully nothing happens. But yeah, man, you want to get right to it? You want to just get started?
yeah, we can get right to it, man.
I bet. So this show was fucking. Let me stop now.
This shit was fucking terrible, bro. We
No, no,
actually
no, no.
fucking hated each. Nothing made sense. Everybody had beef with somebody. Man, this show had no harmony. This show was ass.
This show had no heart.
We tried to Triple H. We did it like Triple H, and we did it like Adam Pierce, and it was ass. Nah. Actually, what was you actually? Because I was gonna say the show was all right from where I was standing.
Um, yeah, yeah. I thought it was an okay show. I thought the show was all right. Um, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't it wasn't offensively, terrible like as last week. Cause last week was fucking horrible. You
Mm,
know, so that's a good start. It wasn't as bad as last week.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I thought it was you know what? Hold on, let me see. Now, really looking at it and looking at what they done, which we're gonna get into. Let me see. Roman, LA, the two returns. Oba, Braun, Big Cass made
I
it
think
good.
I
You know
think
what?
when you look at it,
It's a good show. Look now.
it's a
Now
good
looking,
show.
yeah. Now looking at it just now and kind of like, just off the top of my head, like just kind of remembering the things that happened on the show. There was some things I did enjoy. You know, I want to say there was nothing I did not enjoy. I thought, um, like what they got, like what they're doing with certain people coming out of SummerSlam. I
Yeah.
like it. So yeah, I'm gonna say this was a good show. This was a good show. Out of from 0 to 10, I'll give it a solid 7.5. Yeah, I thought like I said,
Okay.
like now,
I'll take.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I just like now, just looking back at some of the things that happened on the show, and some things I actually really liked. You know, like I said, like the opening segment, which we're gonna get into in a few. I like what they did there. You know, we got the two big
Mm-hmm.
returns. Big Cass came back, and I thought he looked really well. And I actually like him targeting you know, Javon Evans and being in that Intercontinental Championship picture. Yeah, you know, I like what was done. So yeah, it was a good show. It was a good show.
So
Like I
today's
said,
show
it
did its
was.
thing, basically.
Yeah. I like the plans coming out of SummerSlam for certain people, like, you know, like for Roman and Liv, like those two particular, because they are holding the big titles for their respective divisions. Like, you know, Roman is the world heavyweight champion, Liv is the women's world champion. I like their directions coming out of
Mm-hmm.
SummerSlam. Um, like I said, the big cast stuff. Um, Oba, Oba and Braun. You know, I mean, I do have my some negative crit- critiques about it, but you
Mm-hmm.
know, as long as they do what I said before we started the stream, which we'll get into all that stuff later, as I've been saying. I do like the matchup because
Mm-hmm.
we all know how good Braun is. We know how good Oba is.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like the matchup, but like I said, I just wish they would do one certain thing before we get to that, which I'll explain later. But yeah, like I said, just looking back at everything, good show, good show. Better than last week's for sure.
That's
Last
what's
week
up.
was fucking atrocious.
Nah, nah. Last week I can honestly say it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, I was losing my
Um,
voice, like just ranting about the shit, bro. Last week was fucking terrible. So the good thing this week, I got nothing to rant about. Well, honestly, now I might have one or two things to rant about, but we'll get to it.
well, most likely it's SummerSlam, which we'll be reviewing on Thursday all
Yes, we
together.
will.
Um, buckle up, people. No, let me stop.
Buckle up.
But honest, because honest, we all have our honest opinions about certain things. We all have an honest look. Um, but if we're gonna be truly real, there's a lot of things that we're gonna be discussing about it. But we're not discussing that today. We're gonna be discussing Monday Night Raw, which we both agree it's a pretty good show. Pretty good show
Yeah,
that they had this week.
yeah, it was a good show. At first, I couldn't
Especially.
find the words, but I was able to find the words. So
Hmm.
that was a good show.
Yeah, because because the way we started the show. First off, I ain't gonna lie. For me, the way we started the show was kind of had me scared because I'm like, ugh, another one of these. And we started the show off with nobody. We didn't start off the show with, oh yeah, guess who's gonna be in the building today? It was a nod. So today, Roman, I guess, had something to say after beating his so-called demon, Seth Rollins. Um, Congratulations, it took you this many years to do it. Um,
Right.
it took you this many years to do it, and now people are going to blaze him forever more. But we started off the show with Roman Reigns coming to the ring, and I'll be honest, y'all glazed this nigga more than LeBron.
Bro, I
And
just
that says something, bro.
like, what do you mean, like the commentary team or the crowd? Like, who's glazing them?
Everybody, bro.
Uh,
Okay, commentary team. They kind of have their, they kind of stick to the no matter how much you hate him or you don't, he's still the champion. So I can understand that. But when it comes down to just hands-on people, just like liking Roman Reigns, the world glazes him so much
what the fuck is
that
this?
this nigga can walk out the car. If this nigga was a donut, this nigga walked out the car just glazed. He was This nigga was the triple glazed donut. Pause. It sounds crazy, but you get the point.
Hmm.
But at the same, and it's not, and it's like I said, am I a Roman Reigns hater? No, I don't hate Roman Reigns. Pretty sure I said that at some point. Because I'm lying. I do somewhat hate Roman Reigns sometimes. But if I could be so bold as to say this, the things they do and say about this man is like, they call him the greatest of all time because of what he does in the ring or how he does certain things. But it's like, he's a businessman. Like every businessman, you're gonna have your ups and downs about him. Unlike some businessmen, Donald Trump.
Oh God.
But that's a whole different story. But he basically tells Iowa to acknowledge
How is he a
him.
businessman?
He's like, I know, huh?
How is he a businessman?
Because no matter what he does, let's be honest. 4 years in being in the bloodline, right? Let's talk about it. 4 years of being in the bloodline. No matter what it was about, it never came down to just being there. It never came down to just being there. It had to come down to dates. He was the prize. Like, we get it. He's the prize fighter and all this other shit. But to be a prize fighter, it doesn't just take being part of like doing your thing in the lineage and whatever. In my opinion, there was a lot of things Roman could have did in his 4 years that could have made up for half the shit he was doing. But that's just me. But as him being a businessman, it's because no matter, like, now what he does is kind of like, I'm doing this to clear my name of people calling me a fraud and all this. Fine. But when he was those 4 years, he showed businessman status. He didn't show like real wrestling prowess to me, if I'm being honest.
I mean, I'm still not fair. This whole businessman status thing you're talking about. I don't.
You don't see it.
No, I'm actually confused.
I'm saying most of the shit that he does, most of the work that he put in was only because it's like more of a money move. Like, no matter what he did, it was more money move than actual wrestling.
You mean like in his way, like he wanted to like elevate the business?
Yeah.
Oh. Mm, I would disagree with that. I think there was just him just wrestling and just telling a story. Because at the end of the day, I mean, when when you have a story like the Bloodline and how hot it was and how great it was, especially in its peak, like the business is gonna move up regardless. You know,
Mm.
it's just bound to happen. I mean, I don't know if it was Roman's plan to be a businessman in the way that you're putting it, but he wanted to elevate the business and become this great star that he knows that he could be, and he knows that, like, not that he knows, but like, you know that he wanted us as fans to believe in, and he eventually became that, by
I don't
becoming
believe it.
okay, but he became that by becoming
I'm sorry. I just wanted to fuck with you.
he
It was just okay. Okay, fine. I don't know where that came from.
you know
Nah, I don't know. I just see him more as a businessman when it comes down to the rest. When it comes down to the wrestling,
nah
comes down to the
it,
wrestling shit. Like,
nah
yeah.
I don't see it like that at all, because like I said, it's when, like I said, when someone gets hot and someone catches fire and stuff like that, like, and they become this big megastar, they're gonna, the money's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be moving. If you would have told Stone Cold Steve Austin in his prime, hey Steve, did you want to become like a quote unquote businessman when you were in wrestling? Making all this money and moving all this merch and moving up the business. Steve will be like, no, like, I just wanted to become a wrestler. I just wanted to just wrestle and make a living off of it. It wasn't his goal to become what eventually he became. He just became that,
Mm.
you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think Steve even said it himself. Like when he first got into wrestling, like he didn't have no aspirations of like, okay, becoming this great star, becoming Stone Cold Steve Austin, and becoming the poster boy of the company and the leader of the Attitude Era, and selling all the merch and selling tickets and putting asses in seats and moving up the business and leaving this great impact in wrestling that would never be duplicated. That wasn't his plan. It's just, you know, the
Mm-hmm.
stars the stars aligned. He was in the right moment at the right time, and we saw what happened.
That nigga's a fraud in my eyes. Let me stop.
Ain't no way you calling
Nah,
Stone
I get
Cold
what you're
Steve
saying.
Austin a fraud, you bitch ass nigga. Stop.
Oh, I was talking about Roman Reigns. We never call Stone Cold Steve Austin a fraud. Hold on, sir. Don't ruffle my jammies.
Don't ruffle my jammies. The fuck?
Don't ruffle. Calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the nine.
don't grind my gears.
Don't grind my. Don't
but
grind my gears now.
I just want to say this before we move on, because you said something about them glazing Roman. Um,
Mm-hmm.
me for me, like my issue is not exactly them glazing Roman. It's just the fact that this motherfucker got an R farm for like 15 minutes. I'm just like, bro, get to the fucking point. You
But
know,
bro, see, but
Raw,
that's the thing. That's
Raw,
the.
Raw starts at 8 o'clock, right? You should not be getting into the ring at fucking 8:05, and then start cutting your promo at 8:19 because you want a fucking R farm.
I agree. I totally agree.
But so Roman comes out and he does his usual spiel, and then he says that he has
Mm-hmm.
done everything. He has done everything that he said that he was gonna do. He went to the desert. He won the Rumble. And he was gonna change the place. He was gonna change things around there. I don't know about that. He said that he was gonna
Mm.
um beat the old man CM Punk at WrestleMania. He did do that. He said he was gonna run the summer. I don't know about that. And
No, he
then
didn't run the summer.
and then he said that he was gonna beat Seth Rollins, John Wick Rollins at SummerSlam, and he did do that. And the crowd starts to boo because they were in Seth's hometown of Iowa,
They were in Iowa.
which is weird that he wasn't even there.
Yep. I think it's one of those things where where like he had to take that time off.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what's next
Um,
for him.
I mean, if we're being honest, he could go one or two ways. Um, if I could be so bold, he can go one or two ways. He can go into SmackDown and fuck with Punk for a little bit.
Nah, I think he'll stay
He
on
can
Raw.
or he listen. Knowing Seth Rollins, we never know what he's gonna do.
I
That's
mean,
the one thing.
it'd be kind of cool
What's that?
for him to do in the meantime. Um, Having faced Chad Gable for the IC title,
That would be cool.
I wouldn't mind that. But Roman says that that Rollins Is their boy in Iowa, and Rollins is his brother,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't acknowledge too many things, but he will acknowledge them singing his song. So they start singing his
His
song.
chant, yep.
Yep, and then LA Knight comes out, and he calls Roman a fraud, and he thought that he wouldn't beat Roman on his own, but he did it, and he congratulates him for doing so. But he also says that he's been calling
Yeah,
Roman names. Go ahead.
mm, what happened?
Now, what are you gonna say?
Oh no. I was gonna say he basically he said him and Seth basically agreed like you can't do nothing on your own, but yet you still did it on your own,
Yes.
and for that, congratulations.
Right.
And
Hmm.
like you said, he was like, but you're still a fraud. He's still basically is one of those. It's that thing of yeah, you did all that, congratulations. Still a bitch though. And he was
Oh.
kind of and Roman's kind of looking at him like, what are you talking about?
Hmm.
He's like,
So,
what are you talking about?
so Knight says that he's been calling Roman names for months, but all Roman did was ignore him and send his family at him.
Mm-hmm.
And LA Knight goes on to say that he beat Roman's cousins at SummerSlam, so he wants what he gave to Seth, which is a fair one-on-one. Because the last time they faced each other,
Yep.
that wasn't the case. It wasn't a one-on-one, fair one-on-one match. And Elena says that they can do it tonight, they can do it next week, or even at WrestleMania. So Roman calls LA Knight a fraud because he calls himself the megastar, but walks around wearing a cheap Walmart watch. And then
I
Roman,
felt like this was such a bum ass. I'm sorry. I was such a bum ass like this. You want, but you wearing that big ass watch. This is what real mega stars. Yeah, this is what money. That's what money gets you, Roman. A better paycheck. Not everybody living lavish like you, gang. I was so mad when he did that. I was like, you stone cold bitch. I was so mad when he did that. Oh my god, cause it wasn't even. It didn't have to get that far for him to say like it. You wearing that big ass watch. This is what a real star wears. I was like, yeah. This is what money can buy. Just say that. Fuck it. Oh, that hit my poor heart. That hit my poor man heart. That shit hurted.
so then Roman compares his watch to LA Knight, and he calls himself the megastar. And he asks LA Knight, "Oh, like what have you done to earn a title shot? Like aside from beating my cousin, like congratulations, I'm happy for you, blah blah blah." But he's like, "Oh, like you haven't won a tournament, you haven't won a big match or anything." And he's like, "Oh, I'm tired of bitching. I'm tired of everybody bitching and complaining to earn the shot at the tribal T to earn a shot at the championship." And I'm just like, gee Roman, why don't you tell the same thing to fucking Seth Rollins the next time you see him? That's exactly what the fuck he did. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Seth bitched at Roman to get a title shot at SummerSlam, but like Seth didn't win no tournament. He didn't win no big match. Well, I mean, okay, well he did beat Braun at Night of Champions, so I guess he did win a big match.
What's crazy is, but let's really talk about it. Half the time, Roman's because that's what Roman did, right? But if I remember correctly, and I do remember correctly, in his first 4 years as the tribal chief, didn't that nigga wait until two niggas beat the hell out of each other to sign a contract that he's supposed to sign immediately?
Yep, he signed it like right before the
And didn't
match. No, he signed
right
it
before
during the
with a
match.
steel during the match with a steel chair in hand, mind you, grown man by the way,
Yep.
waited waited for them to beat the hell out of each other, then took the title.
Hmm.
I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear nothing about. I don't want to hear nothing about no. Oh, you. Oh, I don't want to hear nothing about no bitching and complaining when yo ass didn't even hold it, didn't even win the title fairly.
Right. So Roman says that LA Knight, he wasted his cousin's time, but he's not gonna waste his, and begins to walk away. But then LA Knight stops him, and LA Knight says that Roman looks more cooler when he's not standing right across from him, and he's telling like Roman, oh yeah, like I've been that guy for years, like I've been that guy. And then he makes fun of the Shield theme song, and he says that he sucks. And once again he calls him a fraud and a vomit to the business. And the only reason why he's at the level that he's at because he's holding the World Heavyweight Championship. He goes on to say that he sees why Roman and Seth were in the Shield together because um, it was always to use the numbers game and the sneak attacks, so Roman could shield himself away from guys like LA Knight. LA Knight tells Roman to not
brother.
right. LA Knight tells Roman to not get lost in the sauce, brother, because Roman is not on his level and he's lightning in a bottle. He is everything that he wished that he could be, but he couldn't. So when Roman figures out how to buy a pair because he can't grow one, he lets to let LA Knight know so he could smack Roman back to factory settings because he Roman and everyone else knows that he is the uncrowned champion of this world with everybody saying LA Knight.
Yeah.
Thank you, my nigga. Fuck, that was your cue, bro. I'm like, fuck, he left me hanging. All right,
I didn't think you was gonna read all that. Like I really didn't. Like
what you mean?
I was waiting for you.
How I take my notes?
No, no, I don't. Cause sometimes you got notes, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have one paragraph. Nowadays you got paragraphs for days, and I just be like, damn, I'm missing out, and then I gotta sit there and go, oh shit, I'm not doing enough. But yes, this is everything that LA Knight has said about Roman Reigns and himself. And the truth is, in being honest to God truth, this is the LA Knight that they had on a swivel that they have kept pressing down when it came to the title picture. Because we've all said it. LA Knight deserves to be in the title picture, but
LA Knight should have been champion by now, bro.
He really should have. When he won the United States, he won that United States title. Like it kind of carried itself. Like, fucking shit.
Didn't we just see this man?
Eagle.
Didn't we see this man?
Kill him with a smile. Eagle. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing that. Anyways, but yeah, it's like no matter how you look at it, like LA Knight should have been in the title picture.
Yeah, I like him going after Roman. Like Roman's direction coming out of SummerSlam, them going at it. I don't know when the match will happen. I'm guessing Money in the Bank because I don't think there's a pay-per-view for September.
There isn't.
Because Money in the Bank is happening in October. Before, Money in the Bank was supposed to happen in September, but they pushed it back to October.
Wait, no, I take that back. Wait,
what?
I think there is a pay-per-view happening. Let me go look. Hold on, let me look at it.
In September?
No, in this.
No, because there's the AAA show. But that's AAA. I mean, like the main roster, like WWE, like the
AAA is WWE. I'm about to.
Because I don't think there's a pay-per-view.
I think. Oh, that nigga mad. I just realized what's happening. Why that nigga face look like that? WWE's next pay-per-view is Saturday night's main event, but
that shit don't count.
That's in September. Yeah, can you let me finish first?
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. My apologies.
But you are right. So their next pay-per-view that everybody really is going to pay attention to is Money in the Bank, and that's in October 10th. That's on October 10th.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be September, but they pushed it back to October. So, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna. I mean, more than likely, I mean, if Roman is scheduled to appear at Money in the Bank, I see him. I mean, he has to because Roman doesn't wrestle on Raw. Like he doesn't wrestle on the weekly
Mm-mm.
television shows. Like the last time he wrestled on a weekly television show was the Raw premiere on Netflix last year when it was the first episode of Raw on Netflix. They were trying to make it into a big deal. So they had Roman wrestle there against Solo Sikoa in a tribal combat match for the Ulafala. But Roman doesn't really wrestle on Raw, so I'm
Yeah,
guessing
Falafel.
right. So I'm guessing they're gonna have this match at Money in the Bank, which I'm good with. I like this. Like I said, I like this direction for Roman coming out of SummerSlam. It was
Mm-hmm.
what's that word? And
What's the word?
inevitable and inevitable, right? And fuck.
Inevitable.
How?
So it's inevitable.
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 There you go. There you go, bro.
Okay, I can never
Don't
pronounce
worry,
that
man. I got you.
fucking word. Thank you.
I got you, nigga.
All
Damn,
right,
slap the shit out my chest.
nigga, that wasn't even necessary for you to do, but
Slap the shit out my chest. That was loud as fuck.
but
Why does nobody stop me?
who's gonna stop you, nigga? What you want me to do?
Not you. I'm talking about other people. Oh shit! I slapped the shit on my chest.
But yeah, I mean, it was bound to happen because of how LNA's been beefing with with the bloodline for a while, and how he even said himself, "I've been talking shit about you, and you never said
Mm-hmm.
anything. Like, you didn't take me serious enough, so you send your cousins at me and shit." So it was bound to happen, but I like it.
I mean, if we're being honest, let's really run it. Let's run it back. No Jey Uso, because the thing is that he's right. Like out of every person that has had a problem with with the bloodline, LA Knight has been talking hella shit, no matter what it is, and it's not even and it's not even like regular talking shit. It's like, bro, it's like you talk to this man every day, like, yo, how you doing, LA Knight?
Roll
I'm doing
break.
good, but the bloodline can suck.
Oh, my bad.
But he's like, yeah, I'm doing good, but the bloodline can kiss my ass, nigga. Where did that come from? Like, we was. All right, well, do you want to, you want to stop by McDonald's? Yeah, I hope the bloodline ain't over there, nigga. Like, it's like you could feel the hatred towards this group. And if we're being honest, and we're being overly honest, he told them, do not make the bloodline. Do not make the bloodline.
Yeah, do
I
not
think those are
reform.
simple ass orders. Don't make the bloodline.
Yeah, do not
He said, there's
reunite.
no reason for.
Do not reunite with
Mm-hmm.
Roman, because if you do, it's gonna be my problem.
It's gonna be my problem. And I'll be 100% honest. That for me, that's enough. Not because you're scared. Oh, you're scared of LA Knight. No, because the man is right. You gonna reunite with the nigga that tortured you for 4 years, and then you come back, and now you. I mean, I get you. You guys are family. He needs your help. Fine, but then you guys come back and you do all this just to be lapdogs again. So what are you gonna do after that? So it's like I get where he's coming from when it comes down to that, because at the end of the day, I'd be on the same thing. Like it wouldn't matter. Like it doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And for Roman, he's been calling Roman Reigns out for weeks. I mean, shit, for a while now. I'm not even gonna say weeks.
I mean, he's
And
had
you
a
still
problem with
haven't
the
put
bloodline.
you shit. To be honest, I'm more surprised that
Hmm.
that Jey Uso isn't the one dealing with this nigga.
He will eventually.
Because I feel like that storyline is a lot better, is a lot more, can be a lot more useful than LA Knight and Roman a little bit. And the only reason I'm saying that is because, oh, speaking of Roman, but the only reason I say that is because LA Knight and Jey Uso have the same type of star power.
Yeah.
Because no matter what it is, these niggas always, no matter if they're no matter if he's evil or not right now, even though he's not really fully healed, he's just a lapdog. But no matter what happens, these two always had some type of star power that just bounced off of each other.
Hmm.
But like I said, I digress. And I mean, if we're getting this at Money in the Bank, we're getting this.
Yeah, I think Money in the Bank. I mean, who knows? Maybe Roman, if they want him to, he could wrestle LA Knight for the title as his main event. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of, my opinion. I think it's gonna be Money in the Bank. Maybe Jay and LA Knight could wrestle on Saturday's main event. Because right
Mm.
now, Roman's telling them, "Oh, don't touch him, like he's mine." But I'm pretty sure Roman's gonna be like, "You know what? Get this fool." You know. So
But then that goes back to what but sadly then that goes back to what everyone was saying about him. You can't do shit by yourself. And that contradicts what happened when he was facing that contradicts what happens when he was facing what's his name, Seth Rollins. Because he did it by himself and then he does that shit. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
no, it was. It's not. It doesn't really contradict in a way, because I think what they mean by him doing it by himself, it's more of his title matches, like his big time like title matches. So since WrestleMania, he has done everything by himself. So when he won the title off CM Punk at WrestleMania, he beat Punk fair and square. There was no interference. And then when he faced Jacob at Backlash, same thing, no
Mm-hmm.
interference. When he faced Jacob again at Clash in Italy, same thing, no interference. And then now with Seth Rollins, it's the exact same thing. There is no interference for right now. Keyword is right now. His title matches since he's won the title at WrestleMania, there have been no bloodline interference. Each match that he has won, he has done it on his own. For now.
Mm-hmm. For
So
now, that's the key word. For now,
right.
people.
So if he tells Jay, oh yeah, sure, like go beat up LA Knight, or tell Jimmy or whatever, go beat up LA Knight. Like yes, he's relying on help for that, but I think whenever he faces LA Knight for the title, he's gonna do it on his own. Like he's gonna beat LA Knight 1-on-1, mano a mano, by himself, like as he's been doing so far.
Mm. Okay.
But after that, we get the highlights of the very disappointing Hell in a Cell match between Brock and Obafemi, which everybody gassing it up. This was a war. This was this. This was that. You know, this was a great, a violent match. But
For
shut the
the
fuck up.
podcast list, for the podcast listeners, my boy here was not happy with the outcome of the Hell in a Cell
No, it's not.
with Brock Lesnar. He
It's not
he didn't.
the outcome. The right person won. Obafemi needed to win that match. He had to win that match.
Oh,
There
I'm
was
not. That's not
there,
what I mean
there
by
was no
outcome. I'm sorry.
point. There was no point of Brock winning the match. So Obafemi, the right person won the match. It's just the match. It did not feel like Hell in a Cell. We're gonna get to that on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
But these niggas over here lying. But anyway, So after that, after the this line, this what's that word?
Hmm.
Um, habitual line stepping by WWE.
Not the habitual line stepper.
The habitual line stepping.
That's my stick. He took my move.
Shout out to what's his name? Dave Chappelle.
Shout out to Charlie.
Well,
Yeah, I
yeah,
was gonna say
Charlie Mack.
shout
Yes,
out to Charlie
Charlie
Murphy.
Sheen, nigga. I said Charlie Mack. What the fuck? Ew. Um,
You, yo, I should smack the dog shit out you. His name is Charlie Murphy.
I know it's Charlie
Don't
Murphy.
you disrespect that name? And then you got mad at me and said Charlie Sheen. That dickhead is not even part of this.
We both fucking
Oh
up.
shit.
It's Charlie Murphy.
What you mean? What you mean we? You
Nigga,
fucked it up.
you said Charlie
I said
Sheen.
I did not. I did not say Charlie
Yes,
Sheen.
you did. You said Charlie Sheen,
All right.
which led to me
This is
saying
over.
saying that bullshit that I just said. So
Nah, bro.
let's pretend it didn't happen.
Nah, bro.
Oh my god, I need a new partner. Let's
Can't get mad at me.
let's pretend it didn't happen. And Charlie Murphy, shout out to the great Charlie Murphy, God rest his soul.
Shout out to Charlie. God rest his soul.
So after that, uh, we got Javon.
Someone's gonna rewind this and go, "You did say it."
God, I know what the fuck I said. I don't want to remember it.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me.
Oh, my bad.
I'm so mad.
So we got Javon versus Ethan Page. How'd you feel about this match?
This was pretty good.
Yeah,
This
I liked it. I
I
thought it
see
was
that
good.
they're running it back for Javon Evans because of the numbers game that was happening. Because remember he was down there getting bullied by Rusev and Ethan half the time, and him and Ethan got beef outside of that because he's been fighting him since the NXT days.
Hmm.
If for those who don't remember, Ethan Page is the one responsible for Javon Evans having to basically his jaw shut.
Yep, it goes back to their NXT days. Yep,
Um,
they've been
be,
beefing.
yep, because he stomped on his face with a chair, which oof. Took Javon out for some time, but gladly he healed. Aside from that hullabaloo, this match was, like I said, this match was really good. I liked it. Nothing about it can be said. I think Javon's gonna be where Io Sky is, where like at some point he's just not gonna he's not gonna put on terrible matches.
Mm.
And I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, but like I said, I think he's well on his way of being that guy.
Okay. No, the kid is very good, and he's still very young. Um,
Hmm.
I liked the match. I thought it was pretty good. My only critique about the match, I don't know if you felt this way, but I feel like towards the end when the match was like really starting to pick up a little bit, and they're about to go like you
Hmm.
know hit some big moves and get some good near falls in there. It kind of just ended like Javon hit the OG cutter and it was over. I'm like, damn. Like it was good. Don't get me wrong. I like the match, but I just thought towards that end, like I was
Hmm.
watching, I'm like, okay, this shit like it's about to pick up a little bit, and then nah, Javon just won the match. But aside from Javon winning, let's
Mm.
talk about what happened after the match. Because while Javon is celebrating, we got this big 7-foot motherfucker standing in the middle of the ring.
You know, you know what messed me up was the fact of I forgot that he was coming. So I was like, why? Who's doing it? And then I looked and I was like, oh my god, that's that big ass nigga. That's that big brawling nigga, big cat.
Yeah, like he didn't come back with Enzo.
And I ain't gonna. Nah, he didn't come back with Enzo. But I can say one thing, and like whatever, he put on some weight from his AEW days
No, he
though.
put on some muscle. Like he look like he's in
He put
some.
on some. Yeah, nah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he's in very good shape. But Big Cass comes out.
Mm-hmm.
He lays out Javon with a big boot, and he's beating the shit out of him, and then just attacking him viciously. And then he puts him in this big bear
Mm-hmm.
hug, and he swings him around and he slams him. And Michael Cole called it the East River Crossing. Alright, um, but Big Cass is
If that's what you want to call it.
right. But Big Cass is standing tall, and but I thought he looked dominant here. You know, like I said, he's in tremendous shape.
Yes, he definitely did.
He's in tremendous shape. Right now, you know, I like, you know, I remember yesterday I was telling Phantom like, you know, hey, what if like he like when he comes back he attacks Seth Rollins? You know, that's like
That's what I was.
that's that like
That's what I was thinking too.
that was like an idea that I threw out. But him attacking Javon and being in that world title, not the world title picture, sorry, the IC title picture, like you know, like to give Chad Gable another opponent. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a very good idea by WWE. You make him look strong, make him look this big, dominant, powerful, like just just rampaging like SOB. You know, like he's just gonna just like just rip you to shreds, tear you limb from limb, like just build him up as this big like monster heel in the mid card
Mm-hmm.
division, and like just like make him like this big obstacle for like Chad Gable. Like whenever him and Chad go 1-on-1 for the IC title, like make him that big obstacle for Chad to overcome. And then who knows, you know, maybe I'm not saying that Chad is gonna have a short title reign. You know, obviously I don't want that. You know, I want him to keep that title as long as he possibly can. But who knows? Like if Big Cass is in that position, you know, and they build him up like the right way, and he's just this, like
Mm-hmm.
I said, this big powerful person. I could see him taking the title away from Chad.
Mm.
You know, how you feel about that?
I mean, if I'm being completely honest, yeah, no, I can't disagree. Like he'll be doing great for a mid card opponent right now, especially like more along the way, and I mean along the way. They could definitely put him in the title picture. Put him in the title picture with Chad Gable, and then see him being dominant, and then whoever's his what you call it at the time, whether it be like someone like Javon Evans, who probably is gonna take this personal, or someone someone like Rusev. I mean, we get a
Hmm.
face Rusev or some shit like that, you know. Whatever comes in, um, whatever comes in, like, and if they take the title off of him, he goes and probably gets a title shot, a bigger title shot, like the heavyweight championship or the undisputed championship, or the WWE championship. But then again, that like I said, that's the longevity of it.
Right.
One thing I can say though, because you already said it, but I just want to I want to keep him being the dominant figure in the mid card. Like you said it, you already said it, but I do want to see him being the dominant figure in the mid card as well. Especially since it's like, you know, Rusev was looking dominant. I mean, Rusev was looking dominant as he could, up until Obafemi basically just swashed his ass. But
Oh God.
again, it's Obafemi. But then, like I said, then again, it's Obafemi. What did you expect? So
Hmm.
at the end of it, at the end of the day, you know, keep Big Cass as dominant as possible until you really put him in a picture where he can be a bigger champion.
Yeah, no, like I
Or
said, I could see him
yeah,
taking the IC title off Chad, and then hopefully
yeah.
that would propel him to the world title stuff. You know, if they're not gonna bring Enzo Amore back and have them together again, and you know so they can revitalize will help revitalize the tag team division.
hmm I'm gonna be completely honest with you, and this is gonna sound a little crazy. With Big Cass being here, I don't think there's a need for Enzo.
I mean, I'm only saying that because the tag team division shit sucks right now.
No, no, I understand I know what you're saying it for. I understand how you yeah, like I understand how you feel about the tag team division and how everything's going in it. But if I'm being honest, if we're gonna make Big Cass a singles champ or keep him how he is, I don't see any reason to put him in the tag team title picture right now.
Oh no,
Like as much as
I agree with that for sure. Like
hmm
if it, they're gonna make him go on this dominant run as a heel and give him a shot at a singles run, like having a good singles run. Oh, absolutely.
hmm
I'm not complaining at that at all. I'm just saying, if they want, they can bring back Enzo and revitalize that tag team division. Will help bring it back to its former glory. That's all.
No, I hear you.
But after that, here comes what I thought was a funny segment. So Roman is backstage with the rest of the bloodline, and he's berating them. And he's just angry at them for losing to LA Knight at SummerSlam with Royce Keys and Solo Sikoa. And it's funny. Here's one part where he had me a little flabbergasted.
hmm
So in the beginning, he goes, "Oh, now like I'm trying to let y'all know I'm not trying to go back to my old ways. I'm not trying to go back to who I used to be." I'm like, Roman, what fucking old ways are you talking about? You never changed.
You never check. Right.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
I'm not trying to. Y'all gonna turn me back to the old me, huh? You still, bro? You still wearing the same red and black that I saw last week, last year, last month. You still got the blood. You got the bloodline 12s coming out, my boy. You still got the same sneaker deal.
He was wearing those before. Them just came out in May.
Right.
And then
Don't turn me back to the old me. The old you.
Roman Roman hitting the drink. They said that Mr. Old Roman girl, don't tempt me, nigga. Who tempted you? You never changed.
I mean, it's Roman Reigns. Like,
The fuck?
yo, I can't take that line seriously because, and then on top of that, like you said, the entire time this is happening, he's like getting mad at them for not being able
Nah,
to
bro.
win the big win at SummerSlam, and
There's this
he's
other
like
line that flabbergasted me, but go ahead.
he was like the point of the bloodline is we don't lose.
Yeah, we trying to do shit with them respect, but the whole point is that we don't lose, because then
hmm
the respect is gonna be gone. And then here's another line that had me flabbergasted.
Mm.
This man says, "Oh, where's Solo? Why is Solo not here? Why is Solo not next to me? Huh? Um, um,
He should be getting my
yeah,
coffee.
he should be getting my coffee. I should be ordering around to get me my coffee." I'm like, Roman, what? Why do you think Solo doesn't want to fucking join you again? He want to get you no fucking coffee.
That would have been the perfect time for Soda. Man, fuck you and your dumbass coffee.
Yeah, like
Fuck.
he's
Like
just
that part.
like he's just like, oh yeah, where is he? Why is he not getting my coffee? I'm like, Roman, there's a reason why he doesn't want to join you again. You just said the reason.
It's, it's the words coming out of your mouth could not specify why he don't want to be next to your big Samoan ass. Cause you saying shit that he don't want to do.
You say shit he
Yo,
don't want
it's
to hear.
crazy. Like what?
Oh my god.
Pew pew.
Bow bow.
Bro, that shit is hilarious,
Bro,
bro.
Roman really be
For a
on
minute,
bullshit.
and then he do, and it's like, bro, you can't make this up. So then he tells them, they're like, all right, man, listen, we'll deal with LA Knight. And well, the thing, wait, before he said they go into that, he basically gets mad, and he's like, and what's this thing about Royce Keys talking about he's family? He's like, bro, we're family. You're not family with Royce Keys, and it's kind of fucked up because it's like Royce Keys in this situation. The reason why he's so important in this is that he says blood don't make you family, it's loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
I can't agree with that fully, but in this situation I kind of do because of the fact of, you know, Royce has been part of this man's life for a long time, and for you to kind of just throw that away because this guy is like telling you to throw that away, it's kind of fucked up. And on top of that, it's like it goes back to what what's his name was saying about him in the first place. When I say what's his name, I mean it goes back to what Jacob was saying. Like, they kind of left him. They left him for years. They didn't bring him with. They didn't bring Jacob with them until what's his name brought him.
Solo.
Solo.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of fucked up that you guys are so ready to.
Yo, I'm still laughing about that. Sorry.
No, it's kind of fucked up that you guys are so
It's me.
ready to tell him, oh, that's not your family.
I'm sorry. Why isn't he here getting my coffee? Well, that's pretty self-explanatory. You don't want to get your fucking coffee.
This nigga here.
Nah, because
Not wrong, though. He not
Roman
wrong,
really
though.
be on bullshit, bro. Like, how can you say shit like that and then be surprised why he not standing next to you? Because you don't want to get your fucking coffee. He don't want to listen to you.
Like, bro.
Oh shit, that shit is hilarious. Go ahead, say what you were saying.
But you know, but yeah. Jimmy hair, Jimmy with the hair down,
Mm-hmm.
decides to sell Romy. He's like, yo, we could take care of him. We could do this. We could do this, that, and the third. And Roman's like, no, I got LA Knight. Y'all don't touch him.
LA Knight
And
an
he
asshole for
tells,
this.
wait, hold on. I'm gonna get to it. But then he tells Jacob, you deal with Royce Keys though. And he leaves. And as he leaves, they get mad. They're like, can you believe this man telling us not to attack this fool? And as they talking about this, LA Knight decides to walk his ass, walk his ass past
With his
all
Walmart
three of them
briefcases.
with the briefcase, with the Walmart briefcase.
The
It says, "Excuse,"
Walmart luggage.
and he does he does the biggest piece of bullshit. He does the biggest piece of dog shit ever. This nigga says, "Excuse me, I'm just passing by. Don't mind me." Did I just hear him not to tell y'all not to touch me? By the way, that means and he gets in all three of them, don't touch me. And as he passes by, this is the part that kills me. As he passes by, he does that. He turns back to Jey Uso. And he fakes it. And
No,
Jey
wait.
Uso actually falls for this shit.
No, but wait. Before that, Jay got in his face,
Nah.
and LA Knight was like, "Hold on, don't touch me now,
Mm-hmm.
before your daddy come back."
And put you over his knee.
Yeah, there we go. That was the
He
part.
says, he says, "Don't do it, or else or else your daddy's gonna come back and put you over his knee." And yo, you can tell we had too much joy with this shit because this nigga, because like I said, then this nigga turned back around and and made him flip and fucking faked it. And this nigga Jay was so fucking like
He flinched.
he fucking flinched. I was like, you goofy ass nigga, like what the fuck?
Oh my god, bro.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I needed that. I needed that moment right there, bro.
That was a good laugh, bro. I'm telling you, bro. LA Knight fuck with the bloodline right now. It's gonna be funny as hell. Like during this build with him and Roman.
Nah,
That's just gonna be funny.
that shit's a fucking gold mine.
But after that, um, Jacob is backstage, and Royce comes out, and Royce just like trying to make amends. Like, hey, listen, I know we fought, but we still brothers. I still consider you my family, and we could just move past by this. And Jacob basically repeated the same thing that Roman said. Listen, you're not my family. We not related. I'm part of the bloodline. So me and you gonna have to we have to duke it out in the street fight. And Royce was like, all right.
We ain't gonna go past that nigga was crying earlier too.
Who?
That nigga Jacob was damn near like crying. I don't know about you, but that nigga sounded like he was crying.
Nah, not to me.
Cause when we came back, that nigga was sitting in a chair by himself going, and I'm like, oh, that must be allergies. But I'm like,
I saw him in the chair. I didn't like he was crying to me.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I saw some tears in his eyes.
Oh,
Nigga
shit.
said, "When?" But if I'm being honest, yeah, this was. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, this is kind of sad for Jacob because he has to throw away. It's like throwing away everything you held dear. Like this was a brotherhood built away from WWE that he had to throw out, and it kind of messes him up. Where and he told him, he said, "We're not, like you said, we're not brothers. We just boys." And I'm kind of just sitting there like, did you just hit this man with you used to be fam, now you just bro? Like, nigga, what? Like, and we get to find out that the main event of tonight is a street fight.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's our main
Damn, she
event.
threw her high as hell, and then you emote it? Oh my god, you baddie.
So out comes the Judgment Day, and Liv is in the ring, and of course she has to do her usual spiel. We're in the presence of the greatest women's. I'm not doing all that bullshit. And
I actually hated this whole segment. I actually hated this part of the segment.
I mean, I didn't mind it. It wasn't anything special, but I mean, I like what
It was
happened after.
ass.
Nah, I get it. That's your opinion. If you think it was ass, I mean, I'm not gonna really rebuttal that. I mean, it wasn't anything special, but I mean, I'm not. It wasn't really much to me though.
the reason, nah, here's the truth. The reason I'm saying it was ass is because one Liv has only had one after knowing that she only had one defense for 100 days.
After 100 days,
Aggravates my fucking after 100 days aggravates my fucking soul. So for you to flaunt that, and I get it, it's like, oh, that's a heel thing for her to do. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. If that was okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario. If that was Sami Zayn and he didn't and he had his first title defense and won it for 100 days, y'all be pissed. Y'all would be pissed.
That was first title defense in 100 days. Like what Liv, like what happened with Liv.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think anybody would be mad, but it's not really at. Here's the thing: people can be mad all they want, which, you know, they have every right to be mad. But it's not Liv's fault. You know, Liv ain't booking the show.
It's not Liv's fault. I'm not saying that it's Liv's fault. But if we're looking at it from a wrestler's point of, if we're looking at it from a wrestling point of view, I'm not gonna flaunt that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even made that shit. I wouldn't even said anything about it. That's embarrassing to me.
No, she didn't flaunt it.
Not really. I'm basically saying, like, no matter how it looks, it just doesn't look good.
Oh no, absolutely not. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, that's why I'm glad we got these two great returns that we just got. But
yeah, but
yeah, there's nothing to really.
Aside from, but that's what I'm saying. Aside from that, it's not something I would want. I want to see, in my opinion.
No, who does? I mean, you're a champion, defend the title.
Yeah.
Like I said,
so
it's not her fault.
Kinda,
it's the booking. You know?
But I'm saying, okay, let's. But yeah, like that's my problem with it. Now, the other thing I have an issue with is this. My other issue is, you know, her talking about it, and then we all know Liv, at the end of the day, like, she hasn't really had a lot of challengers in these situations.
And it's not her fault.
She doesn't. No matter how you look at it, she doesn't have a lot of challengers. And for them to, oh yeah, you know, Liv Morgan's the best. She's the no, she's not. And I'm not saying this. Oh, I'm not only saying this because she's back. I'm not saying this to be a hater. But Stephanie Valkyrie defended her title more times than Liv did in the amount of days she was champion.
Yes, she did. But like I said,
Stephanie Valkyrie did a lot more with the title than Liv did.
I mean, her title reign wasn't that great, but okay.
But I'm saying, though, can you really say that? Can we really not say that she did more?
Oh no, she did more, and she had more time with the title, and she was able to do a little bit more. But I mean, her title reign was still ass. When she only defended it against what, 3 people? Raquel, Nikki Bella, and Liv Morgan. Like most of her title defenses were against Raquel and Nikki Bella.
Yes, and I'll agree with that. But the other problem But the issue I have with it is that it didn't take her 100 days to get competitors.
No, no, 100%. I agree with you there, of course. But like I said, this goes back to the booking. That's not Liv's fault. That's the booking. Because Liv was supposed to be still beefing with Stephanie after WrestleMania, but Stephanie requests time off after WrestleMania. So that's why they did that angle where she, hurt her leg, or maybe she was actually injured and she still decided to take, I think she was planning on taking time off anyway, whether she was injured or not. So she took her time off, and then since that happened, like what Becky said, you know, because obviously
Hmm.
she returned later, which we'll get to. Liv became like a manager. Like she wasn't really defending her title. She was just supporting the Judgment Day. She was being a valet and shit like that. Like she wasn't doing shit because their plans kind of got fucked up because Stephanie took time off, and they didn't know how to use the word pivot. They didn't know how to pivot and give Liv other opponents, so they just had Liv do nothing with the title for over 100 days, which makes no fucking sense to me because there's other women on the roster she could have defended it on, you know. But that's neither here or there. But
But
yes, Stephanie did more
okay,
with the
so if
title.
we're okay, so okay, so if we're looking at booking, at that point, then they should. Then at that point, they should have had some type of. They should have some type of.
No, 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 not interim champion. Because Liv never got hurt. I mean, hell, I think the interim championship right now they're doing for SmackDown is kind of stupid. To strip the title off Rhea and Chelsea Green should be the actual champion. But we'll get to that when we get to that. It's just the best way to put it. The booking had one job, and that was just find, Liv, an opponent after SummerSlam. I get it. Stephanie got hurt, and she wanted some time off, and she got her time off, and I'm glad to see her back. But they should have done their job and be like, okay, Stephanie's hurt. All right, now who can we go to? Like, who's next? Who can Liv, defend her title against next? Look at the whole roster and say, okay, you know what? Let's put Liv in the title program with this person, and so on and so forth. Instead of just, you know,
Mhm.
just being fucking dumb and not doing shit with the woman in her title for over 100 days. That's pretty much the best way to put it.
Mm.
Um,
Still stinks.
fuck. Where were we with this shit? Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, basically, but basically, yeah, nah, you're right. But like, I just also, but the reason I also didn't like this segment. I'm sorry. It's not
Mhm.
me just getting one up. It's just me telling my. The other reason I didn't like this segment is because they, I don't know, like this was. You could tell that this wasn't about Roxanne coming out to the ring to fight. Like you could tell that it was
Oh no,
the only
they
thing
they
this
gotta
was
rub it in
about was
first.
about Liv. Right. But if you also look at Roxanne's face, you could see that she's kind of somewhat not happy about it to an extent. Like if you really look at her face, she's kind of just like, I don't. This doesn't sit with me.
No, I don't remember her face being like that. Or maybe you think she's like pretending to be happy.
Hmm.
Okay, because I didn't. Okay, I get that. Because I didn't really see her making a face. Like I saw her like trying to be happy for living Raquel. So yeah, you can make the case of her pretending to be happy, but in the inside she's not happy about it. But at first, her like actually making the face, I didn't see anything when it comes to that. But let's get on to this match. Because Liv says, "Oh yeah, we're gonna watch Roxanne take care of Sol Ruka and shit like that." After Liv was like, "Oh, I beat Io Sky, I beat the Genius of the Sky, I beat one of the best in the world, and now I want to see what's my next opponent and shit like that." So, that's what Liv said in that. open that segment before the match. So we get to the match. Um,
Mm-hmm.
how'd you feel about this match? 'Cause honestly, man, I mean, it wasn't it wasn't bad, but
It was
like,
all right.
yeah, it was all right. But
It
man,
was all right.
the the crowd couldn't really get into this one, man.
No, they didn't get into it at all.
Like I mean, they were making some noise, but they weren't making like a lot of noise. And and then there was one point where Soul was like making her comeback, and they were starting to make some noise. They were trying to rally behind Soul, but then it just got quiet again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, damn, like it's like the crowd couldn't really care as much. But the match ends in the DQ because Soul's gonna go for the Soul Snatcher. Liv gets involved, and the ladies of the Judgment Day jump Soul and lay her out. Becky Lynch returns out of nowhere, and she basically tells Liv, like, hey, I want a shot, because I remember Raquel had her title, and she was like, you want this again? And Becky was like, no, like, I made that title. I try to I made that title as big as it could possibly be. I don't want that title anymore. I want your title, which is Liv's, Women's World Champion. And, she wants to prevent, us as fans from waiting another 100 days for Liv to defend it again. Thank you, Becky. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
And,
much.
right. And, and she says
I
that
don't know why I whispered that. I'm sorry about my voice.
and she says that Liv is, the worst, um, women's world champion of all time, and it's not just her saying it; everyone else is saying it.
This is
And
the only time I'll let Becky get away with this.
right, and Liv is basically saying that like she is the greatest women's world champion of all time, and Becky's just jealous of her, and she says that like her time is up, and her time is now. Who is she? John Cena? Do 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 do. But
Mm. Do, 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 do.
so Liv tells Raquel and Roxanne, all right, let's get the hell out of here. We don't need to be here no more. And they're leaving the ring, and Becky's just throwing insults at Liv, saying that she's not the greatest women's champion in her group, and she's not the greatest women's world champion that that slept with Dom. So, so then out of nowhere, here comes a returning Stephanie Vaquer. Thank God this woman's back. Thank God both of these women are back. And
Mm-hmm.
she tosses Raquel and Roxanne to the side, and she beelines for Liv, and Liv tries to run away, and Stephanie catches up to her and just starts beating her ass, just whooping her, slams her down, and Liv crawls away after getting her ass kicked by Stephanie, and then Stephanie and Becky they have a stare down, and they share some words, and yeah, like this is exactly what the women's world title picture needed. Like, thank God these two women are back. Like, like Liv got some opponents. You know, I could
Mm-hmm.
see Liv facing either one of these two in a one-on-one match. I could see a triple threat between these three. Like, this is what the women's division. This is what the women's like the women's world title picture for sure. Like Liv definitely needed some opponents coming out of SummerSlam after beating Io, and we just got her some opponents. So I
Mm-hmm.
I, I like this a lot. What are your thoughts?
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. The other thing, the thing that really riles me up the most is again we have opponents for Liv basically test to put her to the test, especially someone who she's beaten. I'm gonna say unfairly because for one she beat her unfairly, and one person who we don't really see a lot of people. We don't see a lot of what you call it from her, if that makes sense. If
Well, what? Like what?
someone she doesn't really interact with.
Who
Someone she
Liv?
doesn't really. Yeah, she does. Liv doesn't really interact with Becky that much.
I mean,
So to
they've
see
had a couple of
her,
matches.
they did.
Yeah, they've had some
I'm
matches.
being so serious when I say this. I don't even remember.
No, yeah, you can look back. They had some matches. They faced off, and Day one in 2022, and Liv had a very good performance against her. They had a match on
Mhm.
Raw one time that same year. Um, I mean, Liv beat Becky for the title at King and Queen of the Ring 2 years ago when she won the title after Rhea had to
Mhm.
relinquish it. Liv beat her in a steel cage match like the Raw after or the next week after that. And that's when Becky took time off, and then Becky came back. Becky and Lyra Valkyria, who needs to be on this show more, um, um, beat Liv and Raquel WrestleMania last year for the tag team title. So yeah, I mean, Liv and Becky ain't no strangers. They have some matches. They done some things.
Mm. Um. So okay, but that kind of destroys the point of. That kind of destroys everything I was trying to say. But it's good to see that she's getting opponents. I guess.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely,
Mm.
absolutely. So you want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay, now I just want to make sure we had anything more to add.
Nope.
All right, so
As long as they're
next,
here.
we got Michael Cole being a habitual line stepper and lying to us on television, saying that the Hell in a Cell match on Saturday did not disappoint. I don't know what the fuck he watched because it definitely did. And then we get a video of Brock Lesnar's like career, a retrospective of Brock Lesnar's career, which I don't know if you noticed or not, but it's the
Mhm.
same fucking video that WWE showed us on the Raw after WrestleMania when we thought he originally retired, and they just made it like a little different.
Yeah, cause
Like it had,
I definitely noticed it.
yeah, it sound,
I
sound like you
I
sound like you didn't.
definitely
Sound like you
noticed
didn't.
that.
Shut the fuck up. No, you did not.
I
But
I I I I I noticed it. I even watched it. You talking about, dude?
if you could see my face right now,
Nigga, if I'm being honest, no, I didn't watch it. I didn't even notice they were talking about Brock because I went to go use the bathroom, and then when I came back, I was humbled because that's when they showed us Obafemi.
okay. But just letting you know that the Raw after WrestleMania, when they showed this video about Brock Lesnar's career, when we thought that he originally retired after losing to Oba at WrestleMania, this is the same exact video, just a little different. They added a little bit more to it, because I think they're trying to sell us on the fact of Brock might keyword is might actually be done. But it's technically the same video. It had Godsmack that song called "I Stand Alone."
Hmm.
Good song. Um,
Really good song.
but
Love Godsmack.
yeah, they're the same video, just a little bit different. Just wanted to point that out there. Um, so Paul Heyman is backstage, watching the video. He's about to cry, and Oba pulls up, looking like a priest, even though he this he's Nigerian, so that's how they dress. So no
Hmm.
disrespect to Oba and his Nigerian culture. Um, and he tells Paul that, hey, when the next time you see Brock, tell him thank you for everything that he said about me. And Paul says it was a pleasure, and him and Oba shake hands.
He says congratulations to him.
Yeah, he says congratulations. So Oba comes out and he says that he went to war at SummerSlam, and but his battle um with Brock at WrestleMania was a test that he easily passed. But Oba thought that he put Brock away at WrestleMania just for Brock to come back and make Oba's life miserable for weeks. And Obo thought that Brock was just doing it out of evil, but then he realized that Brock was doing it to prove something. Well, what did he say he was trying to prove? That he was like that he was still the man, some shit like that. Like,
that he can swim. That
right?
he in basic terms, Brock was putting Oba through a test of can in his words, can you swim? And it turned to can you swim to can you, I think something like can you survive or something like that.
Yeah.
And in that sense, it went from that to, and Oba basically passed his test, and he made
Yes.
sure. And Brock he's like, and Brock basically knows it. So, if anything, he wants to thank Brock for, like, he basically wants to thank Brock for doing that, and basically was saying that now that he passed the test, that the beast can rest.
Yeah.
He told him, he said, you can do whatever you want now. You can go hunting, be a dad. You could, in honor, you could be who you want to be.
Right. Because he put the beast
Basically,
to rest.
he put the
Yep. He put the beast to rest until WWE flashes $2 million payday for another match, and you see him again. But he'll get up from his rest real quick. Then Oba said that he was a leader of the new generation, and everyone who coming up was gonna have to answer to him, the bringer of war, the ruler,
the ruler.
Yeah, right. The mountain you cannot climb, all that good stuff. So he leaves and he's striding his way out, and the Vision's theme song plays, and Austin Theory comes out with Maxi Dupree, no Logan Paul, and then Braun Breaker.
Yeah, this was weird. No Logan Paul was weird for me.
Yeah, I thought no Seth Rollins was more weird to me than Logan Paul because they were in Iowa.
So you're right. You're definitely right about that. But it was just for me, like, not seeing Logan glaze Austin Theory to the ring was kind of just.
Right. So Oba and Brock had this stare down for a while. They're just looking at each other like for a long time, and then Austin's trying to separate them, and he does, but then Braun goes back and they still have another stare down. They're just staring at each other, not blinking, just just ready to kill each other.
This was the most, I ain't gonna lie to you, I wanted to say this, and I'm gonna say this, this was the most Baki ass stare down I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like, being honest, this is some Baki shit. Like, you're out with your homeboy. You're out with your homeboy, and then the nigga you don't like pops up, and now y'all niggas just staring each other down. I was sitting there like, bro, you good? Like, and the entire time this is happening, like, fucking, like, Oba's already left the building, but Oba's already about, like, on his way of leaving, but worried about, like, staring at him, like, as he's walking away, and then he doesn't turn his back, he's just staring at him like a fucking possessed man, to the point where his match with Joe Hendry was kind of like, it was weird, because even everyone saw it, like Joe Hendry was like, yo, what the fuck? Austin Theory and his estranged lover, they were kind of like, what the fuck? Because, like, during the match, Braun did not turn to face Joe Hendry until he got touched, and ended the
shit out of him.
Yep, And like even through the match, it's like he wasn't really there. So he gets the job done, but he leaves. He gets his job done. He lays out Joe Hendry, and he just leaves. He grabs his. He's like, "Give me my title," and he leaves. He skedaddled.
Oh yeah, because he beat him
And
after a spear.
yeah, he beat him after a spear, and he skedaddled. And as this happens, Austin Theory gets into the ring and starts beating up Joe Hendry, just for Tozawa to come in and help Joe Hendry out. And this nigga Austin Theory says the biggest piece of bullshit I've ever heard this bald-headed nigga say, because he gets hit out of the ring and he goes, "You're lucky she's holding she's holding me back." I said, bro, if you don't throw that skeleton aside and fucking fight that nigga, I was like, how dare you try to make it seem like she's helping. Like, nigga, sit your goofy ass down.
Throw that skeleton.
That nigga said, "Yo, you're lucky she's holding me back." Cause that nigga made me mad. He said, "You're lucky she's holding me back." She couldn't even hold herself back. Like, what are you talking about? Anyways,
bro, I just want to mention two things. Cause one, I mentioned it earlier, but let me also mention this.
Top dog niggatry.
Cause yeah, sorry, I'm fumbling my words. Cause one, I mentioned all stream before we started streaming, and then this I want to mention too. So first, Joe Hendry, my brother. I'm pretty sure if Joe Hendry had the power to see the future, and he had the power of foresight, and he saw that once he gets called up to the main roster, this will be his plan for him. This is what they will be doing with him. Yeah, he would just sit down in NXT with Shawn Michaels, because they have done nothing of importance with Joe Hendry at all. Like, nothing at all. Like, he like, at first he showed up for what it seemed like he was gonna beef with the Vision, like some kind of program, and that went down after like 2 weeks. That went down after like 2 weeks, and then he was just straddling around, just doing Joe Hendry concerts, I guess. And then obviously last week he had that terrible segment with Danhausen, and then at SummerSlam he shows up to help Danhausen, and then now this week he gets bodied by Braun. Now, granted, I understand why he got bodied by Braun, because it goes into my next question that my next topic that I discussed with you earlier before we started streaming. But just to go back to Joe Hendry real quick, it just sucks that someone as talented as him, like he just has no direction right now on Raw. Like they don't know what the fuck to do with him.
No.
And mind you, like they were all over him. Didn't they want them? Didn't they want him really bad? And WWE, when he was in TNA and he got himself over and he was a champion and shit like that, like they had high praise for him, and he showed up for Kevin Owens at WrestleMania last year. He had that match with Randy Orton.
Of course, but here's the issue. With that. Here's the true issue. You can't do something with somebody. You can't do something with someone's gimmick if you're not gonna let them control. If you're not gonna give them the needs for the gimmick. And what I mean by that is this: really think about what's going on with Joe Hendry. Like Joe Hendry became one of the most famous people when he was in TNA. Like he was an all-star in TNA.
Yes,
Even without the wrestling, his gimmick was just unbeknownst greatness.
he was singing and shit.
Just for them to hit, huh?
Yeah, he was singing and stuff.
Yeah, like but he was doing his own. And remember, he was doing it. He was doing his own thing, and he was doing it really well. Now, if you take if you take that away and see what he did at now you put him in NXT. NXT, he's doing well. He's doing his thing. But then you put him on the main roster and you forget that you got a story on the main roster. So what do you do with the talent? Oh, I don't know what to do. I mean, he has his gimmick, yeah, but now he's on a bigger stage. You think he's going to keep doing the gimmick? You think he's going to want to keep doing that gimmick? I don't know. To me, it just seemed like the more he does certain things, it just feels like they're trying to deteriorate who he is and what he does. But actually, this goes back to my point with Braun Breaker, because you were saying how they basically took him and fucked that whole shit up.
Yeah, because
I agree.
I was gonna say, like he, and I said this before, I think I said this last week, I said this 2 weeks ago. Like he doesn't feel the same as he once did. Like Braun Breaker last year
Mm-hmm.
in 2025 and then Braun Breaker this year in 2026 is two completely different people. Like that's why when he had this stare down with Oba, like I wasn't really all that excited because he doesn't feel the same. He doesn't feel like right now he doesn't feel like he's on par with Oba. Like Oba just got done
Mm-hmm.
beating Brock Lesnar. He beat Brock Lesnar inside Hell in a Cell. Now, yes, the match was disappointing, but the point is that, well, the point what I'm trying to get to is that, yes, like the match was disappointing, but he beat Brock Lesnar inside Hell in a Cell. Like he ended the trilogy between him and Lesnar, right? And he came out on top. So, so, so,
Mm-hmm.
Oba's been doing big things since he arrived to the company. Like since he got to the main roster, he's been doing big things. He came on #1 at the Rumble. He lasted a long time. He had some eliminations. He faced Lesnar at WrestleMania. He beat Lesnar. And then, like I said, he beat him inside Hell in a Cell. He won King of the Ring. Like Oba's been doing shit. Now compare that to Brock. I mean, not Brock. Sorry, Braun Breaker. Braun has not done anything. Like nothing. Like he does not feel the same. Like they got him in this group that he should just leave. They got him as a tag team champion. He is beneath that. Like he does not
Mm-hmm.
feel the same as he once did. It's like once Oba pulled up and 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 the fans quickly got behind him. It's like they forgot about Braun. And I get it. Braun was hurt. Injuries happen. He missed a couple of months. He had to miss WrestleMania this year because of the injury. Even though
Mm-hmm.
yes, he did appear to screw Seth Rollins out of his match against Gunther on night one on WrestleMania, but he didn't wrestle on the show. He missed the show. He was out with injuries. So when he came
Mm-hmm.
back from injuries, they didn't do anything to get him back on that level that he once was. Like when he got back from injury, instead of getting him back to that level, they set him back. And like I said, he doesn't feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, he's not on par with Oba. So that's why, when I saw him, squash Joe Hendry and just beat him within like a minute, I understood why they did that, because now they're trying to get him on that level. I believe that's why they did that, because they know that, okay, if we want to do this big match between Oba and Braun, these two young prospects that are going to carry the company in the next 5 to 10 years, then we got to get Braun back to where he was. Because right now, like if they do Braun, like if they do Braun versus Oba right now, hell, even next week, like there there is no way you can look at this and be like, okay, Braun has a chance of winning this match.
Mm.
Like, he's not. No matter how good Braun is, because Braun is extremely good. He's still very young. He's athletic. He's a good wrestler. He is extremely good. But like I said, he is not on that level with Oba. He's not on par with Oba. So they got to get him back to that level. So when he does face Oba, you can have us as fans believe, like, okay, this might be the guy to stop Oba's momentum. Like, Oba's been rocking and rolling. He's been doing all these things. He's been killing it. He's been rolling through the competition. But oh shit, now he has to deal with Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker might be that guy to derail that momentum and and make
Mm-hmm.
Oba, I guess, feel like a little more human. Cause I get it, like, he lost to Brock at Clash in Italy, but you know, even in the loss, like, they still made him look strong. Cause it took Brock 7 F5s to beat Oba in that match. You know, but with Braun, um, they can have him beat Oba. I don't think he is gonna beat Oba, whether they've got him on that level or not. I definitely see Oba winning this match. But, you know, point is not to keep, like, repeating myself and running in circles. They got to get Braun on that level. Like, do not do this match now. Like, get Braun on that level, get him to what he used to be. So then, when
Uh-huh.
Braun, the match feels bigger.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to say, and I'm gonna leave it at
Oh,
that.
I was gonna say that. Well, I was gonna say because of that was the fact of the thing is, if we're being honest, if we're being honest, um, Braun, I think Braun Breaker is getting tired of is gonna be the guy to basically is gonna be the guy to get tired of
Hmm.
being in the vision.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm waiting for him to fucking just cut
Because the
Austin in
thing is,
half and just end the shit, bro.
is
Spear
that,
Austin and
and
Spear Maxine.
not, because the thing is that it's not even like a Spear Austin and Spear Maxine situation. For me, it's that Austin, Austin is the guy.
Hmm.
Austin is the guy I think is going to be
Yep.
the guy that, like, sorry, I'm playing the game right now, but he's going to be the guy to break up the vision. Because
Bro, it
if I'm
shouldn't
being honest,
happen like
Braun
4
Breaker,
weeks ago.
yeah. But the thing is that what I was trying to say before I stop focusing they're not doing Vision shit.
No, the group is a failure, bro.
But that's but you know what I blame? I don't blame it all the way on them. I just blame it on the fact of just them getting injured.
Oh
Like
yes,
if it wasn't
injuries.
if it wasn't for the fact of Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed getting injured, that group would have been flying colors. Austin Austin and Logan would have been tag team champs. I'm pretty sure Braun Breaker would have been heavyweight would have been the heavyweight champ by now. Bronson Reed could have had the Intercontinental title or something. Like those guys, like don't get me wrong. When I first saw the group coming together, those guys definitely do deserve everything that comes to them. You know, when it comes to being champions. But right now, I don't think being that champ. I don't think being tag team champions is what Bronson thought was going to happen.
Braun.
I mean, yeah, Braun. Like to him, it's like, what am I doing here? Like this is Logan and Austin's role. This is not mine.
Right. Because the thing is, like,
So,
no, go ahead.
because because like I said, I was gonna say I agreed with you when you said when you basically said that like he should get that push to he doesn't feel like Braun Breaker right now. He doesn't feel like the Braun Breaker we had when he was in the main title picture. But if we can get him up to that point, that would be great. Like I agree with that. There's no real buts about this. Like that's all I was trying to say. Another thing is that hopefully Bronson is ready to come back, and I really do mean that, because if he doesn't come back, I swear it's not gonna look. It's gonna be kind of like meh, if that makes sense. Because Bronson Reed was part of that, is a big part of that group. Like Bronson really was the power. Like aside from Braun Breaker, he was the powerhouse. But yeah, that's all I was trying to say. Is like, I think Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed. Braun Breaker is getting tired of being in that group.
I mean, you can see it on his face sometimes. It's just
Like,
I was gonna say before we move on, because you just said that okay, like Braun should have been a world champion, and Bronson Reed could have had the Intercontinental Championship and this and this, and you know having the tag team titles, right?
Yeah.
That's what we all thought the group was gonna be, and it never became that. And yes, injuries did play a part,
Right.
but it's like what I said before. The group never had any real goals. The group never had a goal or motive. You know, Seth won the championship, and it's just like, okay, let's just keep the title on Seth. And it's just like, okay, Seth is a champion. What about these other two guys? What about Braun and Bronson Reed? The group never had a goal. And then when Seth got hurt and they kicked Seth out the group, I feel like, you know, I said this before, that was their chance to make Braun Breaker the world champion. They didn't do it. They didn't capitalize on the chances that they had, and now look at the man. He shows up like he hates his fucking job.
Yeah.
which I know he doesn't. I know Braun like loves to wrestle, and I know, and it's in his blood. Obviously, it's in his family. His uncle Scott Steiner, his father Rick Steiner. So I'm not saying that he literally hates his job. I'm saying like figuratively in his character. Like when you look at Braun Breaker, like the character, not the man outside the character, the character itself. When he shows up with Maxine Dupree and Austin Theory and Logan Paul, whatever, it just looks like, bro, like, why the fuck am I here? Why the fuck am I here? So it's like he's regretted. He's regretting every decision he's ever made.
Yeah.
But let's move on. I hope Braun just gets back to that guy he used to be. Um, Jackie Redmond does an interview with Big Cass, and Big Cass says that 8 years he was gone, and 8 years he was at rock bottom, but now he's back.
Yep.
And when he attacked Javon, there was nothing against Javon. That's nothing personal. It's just that he was just in the way. He is there to stack bodies. I like that line. He would say he was there to stack bodies. I'm like, okay, you know, make him this big rough
You
tough,
felt that.
right? Like make him this big you know powerful heel. And he says Javon is the first, but won't be the last. I fucks with it.
I like it.
Um, Next we got Chad Gable out there celebrating his Intercontinental Championship win, and the fans are chanting he deserves it, but he says that he
Yes, he
wants to.
does.
He said that he doesn't deserve anything, that he's earned it, and he gives thanks to Penta for being a fighting champion, and he thanks the crowd for being with them for the last 10 years when he was Shorty G and stuff like that.
And I didn't even think he was going to bring that up, too. Look at him winning right now.
Facts.
That man stayed winning. Stop.
For real. So Penta comes out and he congratulates him, and he calls him one of the great luchadors, and he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. And then out comes Dom and JD McDonough, and they're not having it. And Dom's like, "Oh, I'm the king of the luchadors," and JD's making fun of like Chad, like you had your best match, Mexico with the mass versus mass match, and stuff like that. And he's making fun of Penta because Penta lost to Chad Gable last night, well, 2 days ago. So not Penta. Chad wants a tag team match, and Dom accepts, and Penta says, "All right, let's do it right now," because he's Penta cero miedo. So we get this tag team match between Chad Gable with Penta versus JD McDonough and Dom Mysterio, which is cool. I fucked with it. You know, the heels were trying to cheat and shit like that with the hammer, but Penta put a stop to that. He hit Dom with the IC title, and then Chad hits him with the Chaos Theory in 1, 2, 3. Let's go home. But it was a good
Yep.
match. That Mexican story
Pretty good,
outside
really
looked
good
vicious.
match.
But then again, it's JD McDonough. He's a great seller.
Yeah.
After this, we got Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman backstage, and Braun asks Paul, "Where's Oba?" Because he wants to see him because he got in his way. And Paul's like, "Why would I know where Oba is?" And Braun says, "Oh, because he thought Oba was Paul Heyman's new best friend." And Paul was like,
Also,
"Oh, no."
yeah, like he's gonna congratulate the man. Like it wasn't, and that was the thing I was gonna say too. It's like, bruh, you just because you're not in the title picture right now doesn't mean that like just because you aren't in the title picture right now doesn't mean everybody else got to be salty, bro. Like, hey, listen, you're not in the title picture. Shit happens, but like, you could do something about it. And that's what Paul Heyman was thinking. Like, you could tell on his face. He was like, bro, is he serious right now?
He wasn't very pleased to hear his comments.
No, he wasn't. Because the thing is that like as much as he passed it down, the vision still goes through him.
I guess. I mean, he gave it to Maxine.
I don't even think he gave it to Maxine. I think in that retrospect, to be honest, I think he basically told them that Maxine was just, now that they have a full group. It's weird to say. It's really weird to say, but I don't think he gave it to Maxine.
You don't think he gave it to Maxine?
No, I don't think he gave it to Maxine. I think, to be honest, he wanted them to think for themselves, because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, on one hand you have four of the best youngsters ever to be seen on the screen. What are you really gonna do with that? What can you really do with that information? Like, what are you really gonna lead with that? You're four grown ass men, and now one of you has a woman with them. So, like, what are we gonna do about this information? I don't know where anyone is. Sorry, I'm still playing Battlefield. But yeah, aside from that, I don't know. Like, I don't think he gave it to Maxine. I think more than likely he's basically saying that you, like, two minds can think. If you guys plan together, you guys could think together. You guys can what's it called together. In my opinion.
No, you could be right. I just want the vision to be gone. But you could be right.
Listen.
You could be right. But let's get on to this main event. It's a really good end this show. And you know, our lovely viewers who are watching this, wherever you are, can go to sleep because it's late. You're watching this on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the main event: Jacob Fatu versus Royce Keys. This is a good main event. I mean, even though it was your typical plunder, you know, no DQ match, and WWE, you know, they got to bring in a bunch of chairs and the kendo sticks and someone has to go through a table. You know, I said this months ago. They're all the fucking same. There's nothing different when it comes to like a match with no rules. And then, you know what I mean, like a DQ match or a street fight or like a unsanctioned match or something like that. They're all the same. There's nothing different between with any of them. Now, granted, even though they're all the same, Royce and Jacob, you know, they did have some good moments, had some cool spots.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like the power slam onto the chairs, and the Papa Samoa drop to the table in the corner. I thought that was cool.
Yep.
And the suplex onto the chairs. So that was I mean they've done it plenty times before, but it still looked good. So I mean this match had good moments, but like I said, they're all for the same. But Jacob Fatu won after he kept on using the tongue and death grip on Royce, and Royce was beginning to bleed from the mouth, and he passed out. Well, he passed out first, and then Jacob kept on putting him in the tongue and death grip, which led to Royce bleed from the mouth. And he kept on hitting him with the hip attacks, and he folded the chair in his head and his neck, hit the hip attack again. I thought Solo was gonna come out and interfere and save Royce, but Solo was nowhere to be found. Mr. Solo Dolo Sikoa.
Mm-hmm.
And then Roman Reigns comes out on stage and he acknowledges what Jacob did, and he looked very happy about it. Maybe the quote unquote old Roman is starting to come out now, even though the motherfucker never changed. But and that's how Raw ended. Actually, no. Did you see what happened with him and Rey Mysterio? That Rey was like, "Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna
I need to
say
run
that
something by
Ray.
you."
And I'm gonna tell, and I think I should say to Ray like I say to everyone else. Hey, yo, that's a bad idea, my guy. I think you should just stick with what you got.
I think it's to make the show feel more special.
And the show is listen. The show is special.
Because from what I heard, AEW is running All In that same day, so they want to take the headlines from AEW. I think.
Listen, they could do
I
that,
think.
but if their
Because when is
idea is
All
to
In?
bring Roman Reigns to AAA,
I mean, shit, it'll definitely get the people talking. Oh no, All In is at the end of this month. Is August 30th.
listen, if their plan is to do anything with Roman Reigns, I don't want to see it.
So that AAA show is in September. The Triple Mania.
Mm.
Also, Stephanie Valkyrie looked really good today. Just letting you know. I know you saw it.
Good, nigga. She was bad. Baby girl looking bad. Like, nigga, listen.
Why did you say it like that?
Because Shorty was looking bad. Like, nah, bro. Like,
I don't know, it's not All In. I think it's All
shit.
Out.
Listen, man. Shorty was looking. Listen, I don't know who. I don't know who's her like her fit designer, but bro, you were doing a very good job of keeping her of having her look more beautiful than she already is. Damn it. Cause she, oof. I haven't seen her in a long time, but Jesus Christ, wherever she was at, she must have been working very hard.
I mean, it's good to see her back, man. That, like I
It's good.
said,
Yeah,
that
it's really good to
that
see her back.
that Raw title picture needed her and Becky. Like, just give Liv more opponents.
Listen, if I'm gonna be real, be mad real. If Stephanie Valkyrie and Becky are coming back, I think Naomi's coming back too.
Oh man, that'll be great too.
I think Naomi should become, because the thing is, her character was you can't say wasn't hilarious, especially with the cautions. Like, nah, bro, that character was badass,
Oh yeah, that was
and I want
great.
to see more of it.
She was starting to cook before she had to leave because of the pregnancy.
Because Jimmy Uso wanted the Netflix and chill, you bastard. But congratulations though. You ain't going fully hate. I'm glad you guys have a have a kid. I'm glad you guys are, the bloodline is secured.
I mean, they ain't never leaving. They ain't
I
never
mean,
leaving.
can they? No, I'm sorry, that's fucked up.
Nah, bro.
But
They ain't never leaving Big Dog.
I know.
They will still be around.
You sound more, you sound more sad about it than anybody else in this motherfucker.
Because I don't care for this shit.
I can tell. Do you want to talk about it?
Hell no, I don't. Let me quit this match.
I'm gonna say, do you have something? I'm gonna say, do you have some more stuff you need to get off your chest?
No, I'm good, bro. It's getting late. We should end this shit.
I was waiting for you to do that.
Yeah, let's get the hell out. All right, y'all. That's it. Um, check out for Thursday. We're gonna review SummerSlam as in its entirety. Talk about the good, talk about the bad,
Mm-hmm.
and check out OC and Phantom on Fridays, which they should be happy because Randy's back and Kevin Owens back. I can't wait to see Kevin Owens and Punk. That's gonna feed families for sure. I've been waiting for that for a minute. But that's all, man. Peace.
Yep. See you later, guys.